Students, welcome to the video lecture on bank computerization and the types of bank computerization. In my earlier lecture, I explained the syllabus of the paper Recent Trends in Banking and Technology. In that particular lecture, I mentioned this paper on recent trends in banking and technology is combined paper for the students of general BCom, that the students of advanced banking and the students of bank management. In this particular lecture, I will start with our actual syllabus. The first unit of our syllabus is about application of information and communication technology in banking sector. In that particular first unit, the first content is about the computerization, that is bank computerization and its types. In this particular lecture, initially I will explain the concept or the meaning of bank computerization. Then I will elaborate the process of bank computerization in India. Then I will explain the need of bank computerization, and at last I will explain the steps of bank computerization, or we can say the types of bank computerization. So let us start discussing the topic bank computerization and its types. Here we can see the application of information and communication technology in banking sector. The bank computerization means the application of ICT in banking sector. How the application of information and communication technology is useful in the banking sector, that we will going to discuss. Bank computerization we can understand in narrow sense, as well as we can understand this word bank computerization in a broad sense. In order to talk about the bank computerization in a narrow sense, we can say we can use this computer system in order to make the data entry in the banking day-to-day transactions. The bank can use this computer for data entry. For example, entering the data of the customers, their details of the customers, means bank can enter the details of the customers in the computer, that is the data entry, or keeping the record of the customers in a soft form, or the keeping the record of the customers in the computers. That is also known as computerization of banking in a narrow sense. In the same way, in order to make some simple calculations, we can use the computer system. That is also the banks can use for making simple calculations. Bank can use the computer system. So that is also the term, that particular process is also known as bank computerization, but that bank computerization in a narrow sense. It means to use the computers for data entry, for keeping the records of the customers, and for some calculations. The use of computers for this purpose is known as bank computerization, but this concept of bank computerization we can understand in a narrow sense. Then what is the broad conception of bank computerization? Whenever we implement the information and communication technology in the banking sector, then the concept of bank computerization broadens. Means we understand the bank computerization in a broad sense when we implement the communication technology in the banking sector. It means whenever you give internet connectivity to your computer, then apart from making the data entry and simple calculations, we can do many more things with the help of this computer. Whenever we attach our computer with the internet connectivity, whenever we give the internet connectivity to our computer system, then apart from just data entry and simple calculations, we can perform many more functions with that particular computer. So using that connectivity for the bank computerization means, in order to understand the concept of bank computerization in a broad sense, we should take into consideration the data entry process, the calculation process, and the dissemination of the data or the circulation of the data among different banks, among different branches of the banks through that internet connectivity. That is what expected in the computerization of the bank. That is what the broad definition or the broad conception of the bank computerization. So this process, after understanding the concept of bank computerization, now we will move towards the process, how this process started in India and how we started implementing the process of bank computerization. Initially, the process of implementing information and communication technology in the banking sector started in India in 1980s. Not only in the banking sector, but all over the economy in different sectors, we started implementing this information and communication technology in 1980s. Particularly the implementation of ICT in banking, the process of bank computerization started in India in 1980s, but in a true sense, the implementation started since from 1991, from where we adopted the model of globalization, liberalization and privatization. The Reserve Bank of India played a very important role for the bank computerization or the computerizations of banks in India. The Reserve Bank of India appointed the committee of under the chairmanship of C. Rangarajan in the year 1983-84 in order to study whether we can implement the computerization process and what are the essentials to implement the computerization process in banking sector. The C. Rangarajan committee has given its report in the year 1984 and it recommended to immediately implement the computerization process in the banking sector. So in this way, since from 1980s, the process of implementation of information and communication technology in banking sector started in the Indian banking sector. As we can see, initially, but before the computerizations of the banks, we used to see the large queues. We used to stand for the couple of hours in the banks in order to deposit our money and in order to withdraw our amount of money. In order to perform the banking transactions, the customer used to stand in a queues for a couple of hours. They used to stand for an hour, for hours. But nowadays, the complete scenario of the banking sector has changed. We can observe that with a fingertips, with a click of a button, we can perform the banking transactions. We can avail the banking services 24/7 from anywhere and any place. Even from our workplace, even from our home, we can use the banking services with a click of the button. We can use the banking services at our fingertips. So this drastic change, standing in a queue for the hours and to perform the banking services with a click of a button. This drastic picture, the drastic change which we see in the banking sector is happened due to bank computerization. After studying the concept of bank computerization and the process of implementation of bank computerization in India, now we will move towards our next point, that is need of bank computerization. In order to understand the need of bank computerization, we must aware with the implementation of the process of globalization, liberalization and privatization in India in the year 1991. In the year 1991, we opened up our economy and adopted liberal policies in case of banking sector. The need of computerization in the banking sector can be studied with the help of these four different points. In the 1991, when we adopted the model of liberalization, privatization and globalization, then most of the foreign banks started coming to India and they established their branches in India. Indian banking sector, particularly the public sector banks in India, they started competing with the foreign banks. In case of functioning, the foreign sector banks, the foreign banks were superior to the Indian banks. So in order to cope up with the foreign banks, the need was felt to implement the computerization in the banking sector of India. Because of the increasing competition of our Indian banks with the banks of the other countries. In the same way, we also permitted the private sector banks to establish their branches in the country all over. So particularly the public sector banks or the nationalized banks, they started competing with the private banks and with the foreign banks. So due to this increasing competition in the banking sector, the need was felt to computerize the banking sector of our country. The second point is globalization in banking sector. As just I mentioned that we implemented the process of globalization, privatization and liberalization in the year 1991. Due to this process of globalization, the world, we opened the economy for the world. We opened the Indian economy. We opened our economy for the competition at the global level. So due to this globalization of the economy and particularly the globalization of the banking sector, the need was felt to implement the computerization or to adopt the information and communication technology in the banking sector. Number third point is to meet the increasing demands of the customers. Banks not only perform its traditional functions as accepting the deposits and lending the loans to the customers, but in this new era, in the era of this globalization, privatization and liberalization, in the competition, the banks has to perform multiple functions. Apart from the traditional function, the banks do offer various services to their customers. So in order to meet the increasing demands of the customers, in order to speed up their working, the banks felt the need to computerize the particular sector. And the last one is the technology revolution in Indian economy. Not only in the banking sector, after 1990s, the technological revolution took place in overall Indian economy. And in this particular situation of the technological revolution, the banking sector also adopted the computerization in this particular process. So in this way, these are the 4 points with the help of which we can explain the need of bank computerization in the need of computerization in banking sector. Now we will discuss our next point, that is the steps of bank computerization, or we can say types of bank computerization. The first type of bank computerization is back office application. The initial step of the computerization of banking sector started with this particular back office application. Initially, the Indian banking sector started the computerization with this first step, that is back office application. Back office application is related with the data entry and calculating operations of the computers. Initially, the banks in India started using the computers for data entry purpose and for some minor calculating operations. As I already mentioned while explaining the concept of bank computerization, the narrow concept of bank computerization, I explained this particular point. In order to maintain the data of the customers, in order to maintain the records of the customers, in order to maintain the transaction records of the customers, the bank started using these computers for data entry services, and the bank also using these computers for calculating operations. This application of the computer for data entry and calculation or calculating operations is known as back office application. This back office application was not very much helpful for the customers. This application was useful as far as the functioning of the bank branches are concerned. Only this application was useful for the employees of the bank in order to simplify the keeping of their records. Now, the second type of bank computerization is total branch automation. In this total branch automation, the complete branch, means a single branch, started using this computerization and the networking services within the branch itself. It is automation is limited to branch level. The limitation of this total branch automation is that this particular process of computerization of automation is limited to that particular branch only. This is the second step of implementing of bank computerization. In this particular case, the bank started issuing the ATM cards to their customers, but the customers are not in a position to withdraw the amount from other branch ATMs. It is mandatory for the customers, in order to withdraw their amount of money, they have to approach or they have to come to the ATM centers of that particular bank branch only. They are not in a position to withdraw the amount from other branches, because this computerization process, this total branch automation, the automation of the particular implementation of the computerization was limited for that particular branch itself. So this was the second step of implementation of bank computerization. And the third step and the most important step in the process of bank computerization is core banking solutions. In these core banking solutions, the banking services were open to the customers anywhere, anytime, 24/7 non-stop services bank started to give to their customers with the help of these core banking solutions. With the help of core banking solutions, now customers are in a position to use the banking services from anywhere in the country or outside the country. They are in a position to use the banking services or the applications of the banking services anytime, 24/7, without the time limit, and non-stop services the bankings are providing. Due to these core banking services, we can perform the banking services from anywhere. Anywhere means we can do the banking transactions from our home, we can do the banking transactions from our workplace or any of the leisure place. Then anytime we can perform the banking transactions. This is what the benefit of core banking solutions means. The core banking solutions increase the connectivity of the banks. It means the centralized system of the database initiated due to this core banking solutions. Centralized system of database means the customer with the help of these core banking solutions can withdraw, can perform his banking activities from any of the bank branch in the country. He can deposit his money in one bank and in other any of the bank he can withdraw this money. It is happening because of this centralized system of database. Centralized system of database means the database, the data of the customer is centralized in this particular process. That's why we can withdraw our amount of money, any amount of money, anywhere in the country from any of the bank branch or from any of the ATM because of this centralized system. We are using the internet banking facility, we are using the mobile banking facilities. Now today we are performing a number of services, we are using number of these services and performing the variety of transactions of the bank services due to this core banking solutions. And we are also utilizing the multiple delivery channels of the banks. Multiple delivery channels of the banks means we are using ATM, we are using internet banking, various applications in our mobile phones, we are using internet banking facilities. These are the multiple delivery channels which are provided by the banking sector. This is what the happening because of this particular core banking solutions. So in this way we can understand the steps of bank computerization or types of bank computerization with the help of these 3 points. In my next lecture I will explain the next point of our syllabus. Thank you very much.